Why do you still have his number? Block him. B-L-O-C-K. Block. Welcome to part 2 of my ghosting series. I dropped down another video about ghosting and I was basically highlighting how it actually feels to be ghosted and what to do when a guy just pulls the Houdini trick on you. In this video, I'm going to help you gain confidence after someone has blocked you. I'm going to give you all the details that you need when it comes to actually feeling like that baddie again, even when your 2-month-old crush just told you you're not. So stick around. Ghosting is a really bad thing. If anything, ghosting echoes immaturity. Like if someone is tired of you, if someone doesn't want to communicate with you, can't they just say? Can't they just say, you know what, hey, I understand we've had fun, we've had all the time that we wanted, but I'm not interested in pursuing this connection anymore. I don't feel the vibe. Is that too hard to text? But no, a lot of the times, these guys are just going to go ghost on you. They are going to go ghost on you as if you never existed. They will go from loving you unconditionally, treating you like the princess of their dreams, to literally ignoring you and giving more attention to their cow than they actually give to you. And most of the time when someone ghosts you, it leaves you wondering, am I not good enough? Did I do something wrong? Maybe I'm just a bore. Maybe I'm not a vibe. Maybe he's found something better. Ladies, I want you to understand one thing. And I want you to take this with a grain of salt. When someone ghosts you, that does not in absolutely any way echo your value as a lady. Are we clear? It doesn't echo your value as a lady. It does not directly correlate to how beautiful or how attractive or how wonderful to be around a person you actually are. This is a mistake that we normally make. When guys ghost us, we automatically go into guilt mode. We start feeling like maybe I'm not good enough, maybe I don't look good enough, so he decided to ghost me. Maybe if I try this, that maybe thinking is what I want you to eradicate from your mindset. Maybe if I. Ladies, let me tell you something. Even if you were to stand on the rooftop and to scream that guy's name, if he did not have any intentions of pursuing communication with you, believe it or not, he will not come back. He will not come back, ladies. So first you have to understand that this guy ghosting you does not in any way directly communicate your value as a lady. Okay? Second of all, a lot of the times when guys ghost you, ladies, you have a tendency to chase. You have a tendency to try to prove that you're worth having around. You have a tendency of trying to figure out why they ghosted you. You are so desperate for closure and validation. And this is why it leads you into situations whereby you're having guys take advantage of you because they've ghosted you. And you're back-to-back texting, calling. They've left you on red, you're still sending paragraphs. They've blocked you, you're calling with a new number. They've blocked you on the social media platforms, you're busy creating new accounts to chase them. Instead of creating new accounts to actually start doing influencer marketing. Hello? You do realize that you're echoing low self-worth when you do this kind of things. And I always tell ladies, when a guy ghosts you, live in silence. Walk out like the queen you are. You don't need him to actually prove your worth because you already know it. But if you're moving from a place of, I have to prove myself, I have to be there, I have to show him that I'm worth having around, trust me, if anything, you will repel that guy completely. Now he won't even want anything to do with you. Because it's like, all this girl does is chase. She's ever chasing me. Doesn't she get the message? I want nothing to do with her. If anything, I want to run away and block her and never have her have access to me ever again. So you first have to understand that when a guy ghosts you, don't chase. And why do a lot of ladies chase? A lot of ladies chase because when a guy ghosts them, it kind of triggers, basically, how do I put this? When a guy ghosts them, it echoes the feeling of abandonment that they've grown up experiencing with the significant male figures in their life. If, for example, you have an absent present dad, today he's here, tomorrow he's not there. You grow up getting accustomed to him being a part of your life, him not being a part of your life. Him being there, him leaving. And the problem with this is you create a very unhealthy relationship when it comes to your relations with guys. You grow up thinking it's normal to prove yourself to a guy. It's normal to have men ignore you and for you to go around pursuing and chasing them, trying to prove that you're worth having around. If maybe you are rejected in the past by a significant male figure, be it your father, your older brother, any significant figure, even sometimes it's our moms. If you've grown up feeling rejection, it echoes in how you move. Every time someone cuts off communication, automatically your ego is triggered and you start having fear of abandonment. And what happens is you are so accustomed to proving yourself, so you run to catch them, you run to get them back, you run to actually try and convince them that they should be with you. Or if you've grown up being always having to do certain things to get attention as a reward. Maybe you had to come home with perfect grades for your dad to say, you know what, I love you. Maybe you had to be so good at something for people around you to actually notice. You end up moving in a way of perfectionism, in that you constantly feel like you have to do something for people to acknowledge you. So every time a guy ghosts you, every time someone leaves your life, you're instinctively trying to do better, thinking that by doing better, I'll keep them around. You need to let go of this lie. Let go of this lie that you're having, that by doing more, they'll want to stick around. Because the moment, if a guy wants to stick around in your life, the mere fact that you exist, is enough reason to keep him around. Don't feel like you have to sleep with him. Don't feel like you have to wash his clothes. Don't feel like you have to call him. Don't feel like you have to be this perfect woman for him to love you. For a guy who wants to be with you, your mere existence is enough reason for him to stick around in your life. So this is another reason why a lot of ladies, you chase guys when they ghost you. I had to learn this personally myself. Back to the issue of confidence. When someone ghosts you, you also have to realize it's not about you. Don't take ghosting so personally. I'd advise you don't take ghosting so personally. Because in this era that we are living in, social media and easy access to people has made people lose their sense of, communication. Just because someone can get access to you via a text, they take you for granted. So they don't necessarily work on actually building that connection. You have to understand that it's not about you, it's about them. If they no longer decide to want to talk to you, if they've sat down and they've actually made that decision that, you know what, I don't want to talk to this girl anymore, that has nothing to do with you, darling. It has nothing to do with you. If anything, they're the problem. Because why in the world where do they get the audacity to ignore this beautiful specimen of a human being, eh? A little morale boost for you there. Just ask yourself these questions. Where does that guy get the audacity to come into your life, then live as if he's entitled to just coming and leaving whenever they want? You have to understand that people ghosting you has nothing to do with you. I've ghosted people before, but that doesn't mean they're bad people. No shade to them. Maybe I just didn't like something about them. It's like when you're walking in the street and you see someone in an outfit you don't like. It doesn't mean that outfit is bad. It just doesn't feel good to you. It doesn't look good to you. Same thing with ghosting. Just because they've decided they no longer want to pursue communication with you, it doesn't mean it has anything to do with you. It's all about them and their preferences and how they move in life. You have to understand that. So don't take ghosting so personally. Don't take it so personally. If you realize this person doesn't want to talk to you, fine. Let the door hit them on their way out. Let the door hit them on their way out. Why force issues? So understand that it has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with you and everything to do with them, their preferences, their life's perspective, and how they choose to move in life. Not you, darling. It has nothing to do with you. Okay? Another thing with ghosting. The problem with ladies is when you get ghosted, you automatically get into pity partying. You start echoing all this negative self-talk about yourself. Oh, he's probably good enough without me. He's probably having fun without me. I always insist on self-love. Because the moment you love yourself and you romanticize yourself, you won't be susceptible to people's emotional manipulation. You won't be susceptible to people's emotional manipulation. People won't be coming into your life and living as they want. Even if people ghost you, you won't feel bad about it because you understand that them being in your life only adds value. It doesn't determine your worth. It doesn't in any way determine how good a woman you are, how beautiful, how attractive you are. No. They only add value. They don't bring anything. They just add value. They're just the nice little topping on the ice cream, you know. So don't forget that. Ladies, you have to be very careful about this. The problem with chasing a guy after he ghosts you, first of all, it gives him the tick that yes, now I can play with her properly. I can play with her emotions very, very well, and she will not even do anything about it. Because if you didn't have the courage and the enough self-worth to actually walk out when this guy purposefully disrespected you and cut off communication, it echoes that you're desperate. You need his validation. You need him in your life to feel better. You need him to sit there and to look after you for you to actually feel like a woman. And another thing with chasing a guy after he ghosts you, you're giving pick-me vibes. You're giving literal pick-me vibes. And no one likes a pick-me. Whether in romantic situations or in platonic relationships, I personally wouldn't want friends who are pick-me's, who are constantly begging for my attention. You know, no one likes shy, no one likes people who have desperate energy. And that is exactly what echoes out of you the moment you're chasing this guy. You have to stop. I want you to pause this video and go and block that guy. Go block that dude. Then come back to the video. And on your way back, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you. And the problem also with chasing a guy when he ghosts you, the worst part is he will ghost you. You will chase after him. He will come back. Then you won't be able to say no. If he wants something, you will give it up. If he needs a favor, you will do it. If he wants something done, you will be there volunteering. Yani, you are the volunteer of the year, because you can't imagine your life without this guy. You can't imagine your life without this guy. And you're basically echoing that you don't value your time. Ladies, if you're chasing a guy when he's ghosting you, it indicates you don't value your time. Because where do you get the time to start texting long paragraphs on WhatsApp, stalking them on social media when they've ghosted you, when you could be doing something better with your life? It echoes the fact that you don't value your time. Time is money, by the way. Time is money. And if you don't value your time, no one will value you. People will always waste your time. And this is why most of the time, when you stop chasing a guy after he's ghosted you, immediately, they just come back. You don't even have to ask, they just come back. And the problem with this is they come back and they're like, hello, hi, did you miss me, darling? Huh? First of all, they made a decision leaving your life. Why would you allow them back? They made a purposeful choice to leave you wondering, leave you in pain, leave you with doubtful thoughts. Why would you let them back into your life? Why? Don't you think you can survive without them? I had a lady in one of my TikTok videos commenting, saying that this guy ghosted her and then came back after 6 months. 6 months. Ladies, 6 months. What has this guy been doing for 6 months? You know, we can sit here and be nice and say maybe his dog died, maybe his grandma fell off the stairs, maybe he got a seizure, maybe he went into a coma. But in all honesty, how can someone ghost you for a solid 6 months? And to make it worse, they come back and you let them back in. Why are you allowing people play with your time? Why do you allow people mess with your head? Why do you sacrifice your mental peace? Huh? Why do you sacrifice your mental peace for people who don't even deserve it? Ladies, you have to stop chasing guys when they ghost you. First of all, understand, them ghosting you doesn't echo your value. 2, your life can be better off without them. They don't have to be a part of your life for you to feel like your life is actually good enough. 3, if they leave, let the door hit them on their way out. Don't let guys back in after they've ghosted you. That is the worst form of self-disrespect, honestly. You're literally disrespecting yourself. You don't love yourself enough to value your time and your mental peace. Stop chasing guys. If they ghost you, let them go. And another problem with ladies is we chase guys because we're operating from a scarcity mindset. You're not operating from a place of abundance. You don't believe that you can find better. You don't believe that there are enough guys out there who would be willing to worship the ground you walk on. You're operating from a place of, I have to keep him around because no one else has ever loved me like him, and if I let him go, I'm going to die. My life is going to fall into shambles. No. First of all, breathe in. Breathe in. Once we're done breathing in, change your mindset. Don't operate from a place of there are not enough guys who are going to love me. Maybe he's the only one who was good. No. Operate from a place of this guy has proven himself to me. He has shown me with his actions that he doesn't plan to actually take me seriously and stick around in my life and add value. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to find better things to do. I'm going to improve on my life. I'm going to work on myself. I'm going to better my aura and my energy, and I'm going to master main character energy. I want to master main character energy. And if they come back, I'm not going to let them in because they do not deserve my time. They don't deserve my energy. They don't deserve attention. When they left, they told me all I needed to know. I don't need closure from them. I will find better people. I'm going to find better people who are going to look after me the way I deserve. I'm going to find better people who will reciprocate my efforts. I'm going to find better people who won't trigger my attachment style, who won't keep me wondering, who won't keep me worrying about them. They'll communicate effectively. You have to stop operating from a scarcity mindset. Start moving with abundance. And the moment you do this, you will find people who will treat you the way you deserve. Because at the end of the day, the price you assign on your head is the same price people are going to pay. If you assign yourself the price of a high value, self-aware, intelligent, diligent, and absolutely self-loving lady, that is the exact price people are going to pay. People are going to have to fight to come into your life. They are going to have to prove themselves because they won't come and sell you stories. The problem with ghosting is that what happens with this is ghosting almost always starts with this guy being nice. And I've had a lot of ladies sending me DMs asking, why was he so nice on the first 2-3 days? Why were we good and then all of a sudden he left me? The problem with this is most of these guys come through love bombing. They can smell that you're insecure and that you need validation. Are we clear, my ladies? They can smell the insecurity and need for validation from a mile away. So they come into your life and they sell you that. They sell you temporary excitement in the name of love. And you who is not familiar with love don't know this. So you take this as love. And once they realize that they've dosed you enough that you're intoxicated by their love, their so-called love, then they leave. Then you start chasing them. See the point? Then you start chasing them. Ladies, you have to wake up. You have to wake up. Please, you have to wake up. So this is why I emphasize so much on self-love. Once you're able to give yourself love, people can't come into your life selling you temporary excitement in the name of permanent love. And if he ghosts you, let him go because he will come back. Men most of the time will fumble good women and will live to stalk you for the rest of their lives. Just remember, Tina Love warned you. Before you call that guy who has ghosted you, before you force issues, remember that I warned you. Carry yourself with the dignity that you have and walk out like a queen. Don't try prove yourself to a man. Don't try sitting there waiting for him to give you closure. If he's ghosted you, let the doorknob hit him on the way out, ladies. Let the doorknob hit him on the way out. Thank you so much for coming to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to drop a comment, like, click on the notifications bell because I am about to drop a whole lot of content for you guys. Thank you so much for supporting this channel. See you soon. Bye.